is the hip airplane. I recommend doing this drill rather barefoot, or at least in socks, so shoes off no matter what. Because what we're gonna do is, we're gonna use a wall for support here, okay? So just hands into the wall. And then whichever leg I start on, say I'm gonna start on my right side. What we wanna do is we're gonna start with our hands on the wall and that left knee in this case, nice and extended, nice and locked out. And then all we're gonna do is we're going to just put a break in that knee. So we're not gonna squat and drive that knee forward. We're just gonna start locked and then unlock, okay? From there, what we're gonna do is we're gonna tip forward at that bend, get this right leg nice and long, nice and high behind us. And we want that knee to be pointing down, that hip to be closed to start. The reason I say we wanna do this with shoes off is because throughout the focus of this drill, what we want to be paying attention to throughout this drill is we want to be paying attention to driving that big toe into the ground of the leg that we're on, okay? That's why it's important to have the shoes off. So run through again, we get hands on the wall, start with a locked left knee, we unlock, we get nice and long through that back right hip, nice and high, that back right leg rather, knee locked out, nice and high, knee pointing down, hip closed, drive that big toe connection, and then what we're gonna do is we're just going to, starting from the knee and the hip, open through that back leg, staying nice and long, and you're gonna see my torso and my eyes follow, okay? So, let's do a fluent rep here, and we're gonna sync it with an exhale. So we get that big toe, push, long leg in the back, knee starts, hip and knee open, torso and eyes follow. Driving that big toe in this left leg throughout. One more, big toe. All right, so if we're doing this right, we should feel a lot happening through that back and lateral part of the hip that we're on. So in this case, that left hip. A lot of stretching, a lot of activation. You might also feel some through the hamstrings, through the groin. That's all fair game for this. Most important thing is to keep that big toe connection with the ground, stay long, and rotating through that back right leg, or through the opposite leg of the leg that we're on. This is the hip airplane.